let's first talk actually about your favorite team because we know you love them. The Steelers are 4-2, and I'm not sure what to think about the Steelers. What I do know is that Mike Tomlin is a really good coach.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach. He knows what he's doing. I mean, going into the season, we knew that our offense was going to be struggling, and those first 2 weeks, boy, was it painful to watch those first 2 weeks. But then the offense, I think, against the Rams, despite the production, I think we did pretty fine. We didn't throw for more than 200 passing yards as a team, but we did good. Pickens looked good as a receiver. He definitely looks like a replacement for the number one receiver right now. What do you got him at for the rankings for receivers? Where do you put Pickens at?
I've got George Pickens is solidly in the top 20.
I think it's fair.
I guess there's a couple guys on buys who didn't play this week, so I'd have him in the top 25. Deontay Johnson also coming back, playing pretty well, you know? Winds up, I don't think he had a touchdown, but he had quite a few receptions. So yeah, and Kenny Pickett, this is the thing I'm really wanting to look at. Kenny Pickett is, he's now into the top 25 on quarterbacks. Vinny, what's your take on Kenny Pickett?
I think,
despite the record, is he the guy to take the Steelers?
He's the guy for now. He's not the guy long term, in my opinion. We got to still wait to see if the offensive line is really the big deal. So we need to build around that offensive line. We went first pick in the draft for us, was an offensive lineman. I think it was Broderick Jones, if I'm mistaken. Let me just double check that. I know it was a tackle. It was Broderick Jones, yes, from good old Georgia. So yeah, we definitely need to build up an offensive line, and maybe we'll see if Pickett becomes that top half of the quarterbacks.
The question, though, is this is such a good draft year for quarterbacks. Do you give Kenny another season when he's clearly not playing very well? He only plays well in the fourth quarter. Well, maybe that's all you need.
But I think if you waste a first-round pick on another quarterback this is the second year, right? 2 years ago, you wasted a first-round pick on a quarterback. It has to be like Brian Hoyer level of disappointment, David Carr level disappointment. That's the kind of quarterback you would have to draft.
So you think it would be a waste to draft a quarterback in the first round?
I would say it depends on where they're at and who's available still. But I think for the most part, if you're drafting mid-first round, and it's a quarterback, there's still a quarterback on the board, I would say, yeah, that's a waste. I think you got to go for an offensive lineman, possibly a secondary piece, because Joey Porter Jr., man, what a story for him so far. He's doing really good, all things considering. But I think definitely offensive line is probably the number one target for the Steelers going in this next draft.
I agree, but I just feel like at some point you gotta think about your options.
Hey, this is his first full year, so I wouldn't say don't knock him down just yet. But
first full year, but he looks terrible.